Finally at Universal Studios. Lord. Okay, so I forgot to film an intro while I was there, so I threw some footage up on my TV that I took, and I'm filming in front of that. Today I booked myself the Hollywood Studios at Universal Studios Hollywood VIP tour. Set me back about 380 USD or 620 Australian. Let's see what that gets you and if it's worth it for over the normally 110, 120 you'd normally pay for day entry. Hey there, I'm Justin. Welcome to Bin Chicken Rags, where I hope to get you outside and exploring your local area.
Nice folks here in Utah and Sydney, Australia. Get to know each other, guys. We're going to be together for about 6 hours today, okay? Our park is open until 6. I'm going to be with you guys till around 3:30 or 4, okay? After that, you're on your own with the front of the line pass. You guys see that pass around in there? That is your front of the line pass, not me. It's that barcode on the back. I'm just going to show you where to go to use it, okay? So later you guys can go back and do your favorite things again. We're going to start with our studio tour. We're going to join Daniel and his group. Have you guys ever been to Universal before?
No.
We have a tram tour. It's like a train. 4 cars long. Holds about 177 people. It drives around our studio. We're going to show you our real studio where we make movies and TV shows. But we're VIPs. We don't do the train. We have our own private vehicle, our tour. And unlike the regular tram tour, there's a couple places Daniel and I can get you guys off the vehicle and walk around the set so you can get photos and stuff. The regular tour doesn't do that. It's kind of awesome. It's about an hour-and-a-half tour. When we come back, we either might do upstairs or downstairs. It depends on the time it takes us to get through the tour. If we do upstairs, we're going to probably do Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Secret Life of Pets and Minions, and then go to lunch. Yes, we have lunch for you today. Or we're going to go to the lower level and do Mario Karts, Transformers, and the Money Levels. And I was just telling Oz, I saw his shirt here. I go, I'm so sorry, Jurassic World's closed today and tomorrow for repairs. Yeah, I know, and I could tell that's what he came there for. So I apologize. We might have some Jurassic stuff on the tour.
All good.
Okay, all right. So we're going to do some rides. After the tour, we're going to do some rides, then we're going to get to lunch. Lunchtime is at 12:40. If you guys are like me and you're starting to get hungry, you want to know what time lunch is? It's 12:40, okay? It is an all-you-can-eat gourmet buffet. It's not here, it's in a bigger place, okay? No dieting is allowed for lunch, okay? And we're going to give you guys about an hour to eat and rest. When we join back up, that's when we'll go to the other rides and stuff. We're going to try and get you guys to the 4 o'clock water roll show. But keep this in mind too, guys. After lunch at any time, if you guys want to go on your own with your passes, just let me know so I don't get you in the count.
Okay.
Sometimes people leave the group and they don't tell me, and I'm waiting for late people somewhere.
Yeah.
So just let me know if you want to leave the group. Otherwise, you can stay with me for the 6 hours. You know, good?
Yep.
Everybody say hi, Daniel.
Hi,
Daniel. Let's go, guys.
They even have a rope drop here. But being VIP, I guess I can navigate this. Seven Duff. Rusty.
I'm in danger.
Alright, so first things first, we're going through the studio tour. I didn't really film much in that kind of foyer area, if at all. So these are what's filming on the lot today, and St. Denis Medical is what I get to go on the set. Oh wow.
So guys, that's the class.
There's trolleys down there, 177 people across the whole thing. My tour bus for today.
Also on the tour, we're going to experience loud noises, live fire effects, sudden tram movement, and you might get wet. But you'll only get wet, guys, you'll only get wet. I know he wants to get wet, but you will get wet only if you're sitting in one of the dark blue seats today.
Hey!
No, you might get a little wet. Look over here to the left, guys. See our new roller coaster we're building here? Get a really good look at it here. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, going to be open next year. Sound. We can make it daytime in here. We can make it look like nighttime. We can make it an indoor set, an outdoor set. We can make it snow. We can make it rain. Anything you can imagine can be done inside of the sound stage. We have control. If you guys want, turn around and touch those walls behind you. They're all padded. Even the ceilings are padded in here, guys. When these doors are closed, these sound stages are 98% soundproof. In fact, I'm going to stop yapping for a second here so you can hear how quiet it already is in here. Even with the doors open, pretty quiet, right? Now, we're going to take you inside this stage right over here, guys. All sets in Hollywood are made out of the same material, guys. It's 1/8-inch plywood, not very thick. It's what's on the other side that counts. We only build with the kids.
Okay, so I didn't film the first part, but this is a mockumentary style medical show in the vein of The Office, set in a low budget hospital in feels like Blacktown Hospital in here.
I work in a hospital.
Ensemble cast, but probably one of the most famous, David Allen Greer. You guys, if you're older like me, I think I'm probably the oldest one here. You might remember him on In Living Color back in the early 90s. More recently, he was in Amazon's Candy Cane Lane. On the show, they want you to think this is a multi-floor hospital, like any other hospital, right? So we put an elevator in here. What they'll do is if you guys walk up to that elevator and you push the up button, there's a guy off camera, he's going to turn a light on for that little button right there. Then a few seconds later, he'll turn on another one for the up button, or whatever, right? And you'll hear the little ding. And then the doors will open. Now, how do they do that if it's not a real elevator? We got a stagehand back here. He's going to open the doors for you. Now, right now, only one door is opening, but when they get these wires hooked up here, guys, one person, when they open it, both doors will open at the same time, like an elevator. When you guys walk by up here, I want you to see there's no gap. You know, like elevators, there's a gap, obviously, where the elevator goes up and down. There's no gap here. And we can remove the back wall to put more people on the elevator. So let's say this is an actual show you're watching. You're going to get on the elevator. The guy backstage is going to close the door. Then we're going to open the back wall and get more people on there. So when you get to the next floor that you're supposed to go to, different people are getting off. It's kind of cool. But we got to change something to make it more realistic. Look at the room numbers. Look over here. Rooms 111 to 118. When they get off, we're going to change those signs to rooms 711 to 718. 7th floor, right? They'll change the camera angle. So it looks like a totally different floor, but it's the same floor of the hospital. Kind of fun. Again, guys, we only built what the camera needs to see in Hollywood. It saves space, time, and money. So they can do a multi-floor hospital on this one floor right there. Yeah, those are adventure glasses.
I think these are the first 3 glasses to ever successfully fit over my normal glasses, so I don't have to wear clip-ons.
Not ready for our adventure, man. Did you guys see the Marvel movies? Remember Captain America, the first Avenger, where he's running on top of the cars barefooted, chasing the bad guy? That's the 3D brand now, right? Looks like they were doing some green screen effects over here today. They've been filming here quite a bit lately.
I like films that just take you away from your own real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Guys, you saw it. Well guys, speaking of monsters, look here to the right. Tribute to Universal's classic monsters. a mural done by Tristan Eaton. Here you'll see monsters like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man. You may have a favorite classic monster movie. I know some of the young people don't watch classic films today. What's your favorite?
Creature.
What's that?
Creature.
That's my favorite. Creature from the Black Lagoon. In fact, I just took a trip to Florida and visited Silver Springs when they did the underwater filming.
Oh, nice.
All the above water filming was done right to your right over here, guys. This little body of water, believe it or not, we made that look like the Amazon River for the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Watch this, guys. Here's what it looks like. Yeah, we're off the Amazon, the Old West, partners. Look at this. Where are my Texans at? Welcome to 6 Points, Texas. That's what we call this set. Back in the old days, guys, we had 6 western streets here that came together in one location. To make this look more like a western town, folks, we'll cover all these streets with dirt. We'll cover any visible concrete sidewalks with wooden planks. And then we'll dress up the set with props like hitching posts, watering troughs, a couple of bales of hay here and there. We'll dress up all the shop windows. Bring in a couple of horses, maybe a stagecoach. You got yourself a western town ready for filming. And look at this, guys, south of the border. We're in Old Mexico. You guys might remember this set from Nacho Libre with Jack Black. Anybody see the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? This was Tortuga, the pirate island. Remember the scene where Captain Jack Sparrow kept getting slapped by all the ladies? That was filmed right here. He probably deserved that. It's also in Indiana Jones, the King of the Crystal Skull, in the Peruvian movie. I know, that's pretty heavy duty over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to drive you guys along the back side of our western sets. You'll see where we store a lot of the props here, guys. We keep a lot of these props outside in the sun and in the rain, the weather, so they get nice and weather beaten. So when we dress up the set with them, it looks pretty rustic, like a whole western town. Over here you'll see hitching posts, watering troughs, carts, all kinds of different things. Now this is where we keep our props where we want them to get weather, but a lot of our props we have to keep in pretty good shape. Remember the ones we saw on the set of St. Louis Medical? Right now I think we're on our way to the prop department where we store over 200,000 props. And Daniel and I are going to show you each and every one of them. Just kidding. We do want to take you through a quick walk through those. You got to see our prop department, guys. Now this
Prop department. Toilets just inside there. The bad place. So I couldn't film in the prop department for reasons that they don't like people to find out what props are being used in other places. But I saw several mummy props, Snow White and Huntsman, Suits LA, and the likes. Streaming version of In the Burbs, the Tom Hanks film that's being done with Keke Palmer. Now I'm just currently waiting for people to come out of the toilet break, and then we will explore where we are now, which is the good place, or the bad place, depending on how you look at it. Now I was saying before that I didn't really get to film upstairs at the kind of entry area, because I didn't have enough time. I only rocked up with about 10-15 minutes to spare. But basically, you get to stuff your face. There is a latte machine up there. It does do vanilla lattes. It's good. Again, nothing to write home about coffee-wise, but it's tolerable. Yeah. Then they take you down, give you a quick run through, and then you head down. You join up with another group for your fan tour, and then after that you split off and go through the rides with your smaller group.
Unless you've seen any part of Europe. And then it's like a vaguely European adjacent sort of vibe. Honestly, Americans don't get out a lot. We don't go a lot of places. So it has what we need to be able to use it as a substitution for things. We do a lot of real world location filming. And when we need to be able to do smaller shots, or we need for like one episode of a show, we want the characters to be able to travel somewhere. we're going to do that kind of stuff in a place like this. Not specifically here. WB has stuff like this. Paramount has stuff like this. We're going to go to whoever has the thing available that we need when we need it. For those of you that watched the show The Good Place, Kristen Bell, Ted Danson, this is The Good Place. It's in all 4 seasons of the show, really heavily through the first like 2 or 3. The 4th season kind of changes a bit. But if you guys slide down this way a little, you can see, we look up that way, streets curve off in different directions. There's lots of little offshoots of things. So it gives us a lot of things that we can really easily edit together with the stuff we do in the real places, right? When you go up around the corner here, where we're gonna go in a second, you suddenly lose the visual of the prop building. You'll lose the visual of the parking lot and the sound stages, or the satellite dishes, and it lets us kind of tuck into a corner and film what we need in that place. The cobblestone, not cobblestone, it's concrete with a mold pressed into it to make it look like stones. And then we bring artists out that paint it to give it that wear and tear that it needs, or maybe we chip bits away in places to make it look like it's aged, but it's all intentional. It's very much on purpose. The building with the blue doors and the maroon trim around it, you've got the train station just to the right. That is in the 2011 movie The Muppets with Jason Segel and Amy Adams. Kermit and Miss Piggy walk right in front of it, and they're in Paris. It says Café Montmartre in the window. You've got the Sacré-Cœur up on the hill behind the train station. Train station is not right in front of it, but we put the Sacré-Cœur in the back because it's a recognizable building. Change the language on the signs, show you something familiar. You just assume we're in the real place, because they're also small enough scenes that you're not really going to be able to pick that apart unless you work here and then you notice it right away. There is a terrible game that tour guides play on purpose or unintentionally sometimes that's called I know that place, and you have to yell it as loudly and annoyingly as possible with the other tour guides that are in the room. Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. They ride a motorcycle down the hill this way, straight out here into more Spain. That's a parking lot. You put up a big green screen, cut a little arch into it, bike ride straight out through there. This is Port Royal in Tortuga in the Pirates of the Caribbean films. For the first 2 of those, they shot a bunch of that stuff here on our lot, a bunch of it in the Caribbean, and a bunch of it in Disney, which is 2 studios that way. It's us, Barham Boulevard, Warner Brothers. You go up 3 blocks, you hit Disney. You go up 4 blocks, you hit Nickelodeon. It's all right here in a row through the valley. Paramount is on the other side of the mountain right here. It's the only one of the studios in Hollywood itself. And the old MGM lot, where they do all the big movie musicals and things, is where Sony and Columbia Pictures are at now, down in Culver City. In Pirates of the Caribbean, they look straight out this way. You can see all the ships out in the harbor.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see it? Right there, the harbor. No, that's a bunch of satellite dishes. Same thing, digital screen. Right up, covering up the satellite dishes. And we just add in the things that we filmed in the real spot. Edit the whole thing together, and honestly, vast majority of the film and television magic comes in post-production. It comes when you edit it all together and you add the sound effects in. You add in the extra computer-generated things. Create one full look through the project. Really, what we do out here is just show you certain angles and change the language on the signs. That's it. Give you, like I said, the establishing shot. If we're in Paris, you're going to get the Sacré-Cœur on the hill in Montmartre. You're going to get the Eiffel Tower, maybe the pyramids on the top of the Louvre, right? We're in London. You get the London Eye. You get Westminster Abbey. Anything really in that 2-block area of the Thames, because that's what people recognize right away. If we're in New York, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Bull statue in the financial district. If you're in LA, you get the Hollywood sign and the beach, because LA's whole job is beach. We're the Ken of cities. Go on up this way. Most of the buildings are foam, rubber, fiberglass, chicken wire, and plywood.
As
made out of plastic.
Even the wood.
You can knock on it if you want. It's rough, so it doesn't feel great, but you can knock on it if you want.
So we can knock on wood?
Yes, which is wood in this case, but in some instances, wood is plastic. If it looks like wood, it's probably wood. If it looks like metal, it's probably plastic or wood we painted to look like metal. We have a building here called the Bud Westmore building that does all of our metal work, plaster work, woodwork. They've got multiple levels to this thing. Our sign shop's in there. And conveniently, on the top floor of the building with all the saws is our emergency services center. So we have a little mini hospital on site too, in the building where they cut all the stuff. It's probably smart. It's probably smart. Before we hop back on the trolley, Little Europe as a whole, but really specifically the location up top, this is the Court of Miracles. But all of Little Europe is the home of our monster movies. Court of Miracles is featured very heavily in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, based on the real location in Paris. They featured it in Victor Hugo's novel originally for The Hunchback. It's in the movie adaptations. But all of Little Europe is in Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wolfman, opening scenes for The Mummy. The only one of our monster movies that didn't really use this at all is The Creature. That's it. Because you're supposed to not be in a European village for that. It's a Black Lagoon. Right? So that one, not here. Everything else, all over the place. Grab some final photos as we head back out. We'll jump back on board the trolley. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. I just talk a lot. And then occasionally remember to ask some questions. It was built for something to be able to film everything as it happens.
Earthquake time.
Is that heat? I'll turn it on. Because we're going into another sound stage. This one, though, is a practical effects stage. Practical effects are ones that we actually do live in front of the camera with the actors and actors. Hang tight. Welcome to LA. Guys are on vacation, but we're going to take a vacation from your vacation. We're going to the beach. We're going the entire way to the sleepy little New England town of Amity Island. And I know people panic about Amity because they think about Jaws and sharks, but it's fine. I went for a swim this morning. I caught the shark. He's hanging right there. I punched him in the nose because science or whatever. I got a police diver down in the water here next to the boat. He's just making sure everything's okay. Oh no. Hey George? George, you gotta go to the boat. George, swim for the boat. You gotta come up. Yeah, there you go, that's step one. Now swim to your right, to the boat, away from the shark. You found him? The shark found you? He ate you? No, that's not great. We're going to pull forward a bit. We're going to hang out right here on land where it's safe behind the pier. Covered in gasoline canisters. I don't see what could possibly go wrong with this idea. mechanical shark. And his name really is Bruce. We named him after Spielberg's lawyer, Bruce Raymer. 100% true. That shark works a lot better for us on the studio tour than the sharks ever did while they were making Jaws. They built 3 mechanical sharks. They tested them to make sure the mechanics worked. And then they shot the movie in the saltwater of the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Martha's Vineyard without putting the sharks in water ahead of time. So they were supposed to make Jaws, the whole movie, in 55 days, heavily featuring the shark. As it is, it took them 159 days, more than 100 days over schedule, 4 times over budget, and you don't see the shark fully until about halfway through the movie. Because they finally had to make the adjustment to make it more suspenseful by showing you, or by filming the shark in ways where what you don't see is scarier than what you do, right? Build the tension instead of just making it shark attack, shark attack. They had to adjust. And I think it honestly turned out better for it. House on your right is The House from House of a Thousand Corpses, directed by Rob Zombie. Originally built to be the Chicken Ranch, the Dolly Parton film, the best whorehouse in Texas. Street on your left, that one is right now being used for a new show called The Burbs with Keke Palmer that's based on the 1980s Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher movie, The Burbs. It's the same street where the movie shot. That's where they're making the show. It's also Wisteria Lane on Desperate Housewives. They used it for The Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, Murder, She Wrote, Columbo, Matlock. Anybody under 40, I have not named anything you know. Over 40, it's all the stuff we stayed home sick from school watching. It was great. Picture car is any vehicle of any kind that appears on screen. Car, bike, truck, boat, plane, spaceship. That on your left is the Glamour Tram. That's our original studio tour vehicle from 1964. Real one. Gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Stunt Ferrari from Magnum P.I. Cars from Back to the Future Part 2. We didn't get flying cars, but they did pretty well nail the Prius. Cars from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, some of the Who-mobiles. Vehicles from Fast and Furious, and Transformers on the end on your left. Bumblebee and Barricade, Autobot and Decepticon. And we go right around the corner to a very recognizable location.
We have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
Welcome to the Bates Motel. Anybody want to stop in for a shower? Check in for the night? Guys, that is Norman Bates. I thought he was away for a couple of days. That's the only reason we came back through here today. It's fine. He's just helping that lady out to her car trunk. It's actually probably really bad. Norman, we're fine. We didn't see anything, and all these cameras. Yep, that's not a pen for autographs. Just get out of here.
Top of the hill.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Like Norman said, we all go a little mad sometimes. And I think you would too if this was your backyard. That's the plane crash from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. That's a real 747. Bought it from an airplane graveyard in the Mojave. Spent about $60,000 to buy the jet. $230,000 to have it shipped here. 7 weeks to set it up, less than a week to film the scene, and it amounts to about 4 minutes of the final picture. The homes on your right are based on the real New Jersey neighborhood of Bayonne. When it was time to destroy New Jersey, they requested they not do that. My question is, it's Jersey, how are you going to tell the difference? Anybody from New Jersey? Anybody from New York? The New Yorkers always really appreciate that joke. I used to live in Jersey, it's fine. But like,
just up the back
The
here used to
cabin on your
also
left
be
behind
where
the plane
Site B
crash
from
is
Jurassic
John
Park
Candy
2
and
was.
Dan Aykroyd filmed The Great Outdoors. They moved it inside of a sound stage for the show Coach with Craig T. Nelson that ran for 12 years. The whole crash was used in a Nicki Minaj and Rihanna video for the song Fly, where they inexplicably fight ninjas, I think. I don't know. The rapper Logic used all of it for his video for Take It Back. And a few times now we've had law enforcement at different levels training search and rescue dogs out there for disasters. That's probably the cutest use of it. Training like search and rescue puppies. It's pretty great. So, alien invasion film for War of the Worlds. Alien invasion film for Jordan Peele's movie, No.
Bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim. A nostalgic, small-time, Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky G. Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso Experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. So live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, gold rush frontier town, lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot.
A little more going on, right? Alright, have your 3D glasses ready. I'll let you know when to put them on. We are going into Fast and Furious Supercharged. Excellent. Big round of applause for Jared in the driver's seat. He's going to do us one last favor and drop us off as far away from here as we can be and still be in the park. Alright? We're going to be heading down to our lower lot when we step off the vehicle again. We're going to be splitting back into our original groups. So my guys will come with me, Matthew's folks will go with Matthew. It'll help us get you through things a little more efficiently. Alright? You didn't pay to run around in a group of 20-something people today through the park. We're going to get you back into the smaller groups. We'll make sure we see all the stuff we need to see. Okay? Where we're going, there are technically 4 rides on that level, but Jurassic World is closed for refurbishment right now. They had the Mummy closed for the past 2 days, Jurassic World closed for these 2 days, and then on Saturday, Transformers closes for 3.5 months. 2 days, 3.5 months. I don't know what's happening. So, on this lower level, and as we go through the day together, we'll give you descriptions of what the rides are. Matthew and I have both been here long enough. We know not every ride is for every person, right? Sometimes physical issues, emotional issues, just don't feel like it issues, hungover issues, whatever it happens to be, we will give you quick descriptions of the ride, and if we describe something that you don't think is for you, that's totally cool. We're here to help you have a good time, not to traumatize you. Alright? So, on this lower lot, gonna help us both out, just give you quick descriptions of what we have down here. Revenge of the Mummy. Smaller version of Space Mountain at Disney. All indoor roller coaster. Shoots you out to about 45 miles an hour to start. That's about 72 kilometers an hour as a kickoff. You'll come to a stop, go backward. Not as fast going backward. No loops, no big hills on that one, okay? Transformers the Ride 3D, as the name implies, will be about Transformers, and it will be in 3D. It's a very clever name we gave that one. I know. That one will be on a slow-moving track. Feels like you're flying and falling. We're going to walk faster in the park than the ride goes, despite how it feels. And you will be this high off the ground the entire time. Again, despite how it feels. Those are 2 of the 3 rides. The third one is Mario Kart, and I'm going to save that one for Matthew and I to talk to you guys individually about, because it requires a little more explanation, okay? So, when we step off here, bring all of your personal items with you. We won't be back on board this vehicle today. Grab a bottle of water. We've got just over an hour before we hit our lunch. And that's it. I thought I had something else to say. I didn't.
So it's closed, but here's part of the, I believe, extended queue for it. So at least I still get to see something. The Parasaurolophus. Camp Jurassic, or what do they call it here? Main queue.
I know.
I was like,
What the heck?
no.
Dino
to see
Play,
you.
not Camp Jurassic, that's in Florida. Welcome to the lower lot. Da 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 da. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna jump into Super Nintendo World, go ride Mario Kart. Jurassic Park is closed. Some of the things on the back lot, like New York and the Flash Flood, didn't get to see, but
Would you guys like a
it's a working production studio, so
Would you guys like a photo?
Toad, got Peach. Jesus Christ. I know the place is small, but it looks huge. Piranha Plant. Okay, so on my way into the park, I picked up the special gold power-up band so that I can score some coins to dump into Mario Kart on my Switch on my flight back home. Mount Beanpole, sun behind it. Bowser's Castle. All the trophies. Now, unfortunately, they don't sell these trophies in the gift shop. They have them as pins, but they do sell that one in 2 versions, which I fully intend on buying. Oh, full glasses 3D on that screen. That's cool. So they have the same technology used on a 3DS in the queue here. Bourbon factory.
You guys feel the walls, they vibrate. You guys feel the wall, it vibrates.
Whoa. These are the AR headsets. These are the first half in question, then you put the screens on when you get into the ride vehicle, which should be just over here.
Single rider. Number two.
Thank you. Pretty good. Team Mario 1. Ride's actually a lot better than I thought. Yeah, these do not do it justice. Yeah, it's definitely got to be experienced in person. That's really well done. Again, it doesn't look like it, but you need to see it through the actual AR visor that they give you. That's when you really see the magic coming out.
Stop before the
I'm gonna go grab something in the store.
Hearing that's a giant ride building. Alright, now we go into Transformers.
Sarah, for me. Sarah.
Oh yeah!
In there. Mummy's in that building.
Supervise children, making sure that each child has their own seat on board EVAC. There is a lap restraint in every row. Do not engage it until everyone in your row is seated. Stay clear of EVAC fluid when it is in motion. Everyone should have a pair of protective arms. Wait until the assembly is complete.
Thank you. Alright, just came out of Transformers. Now time for the mummy. That's a reveal right there. Thank you. Alright, just came off Mummy. That was a lot better than I expected. Now we're heading up to the upper lot for lunch and we're going to finish the ride.
The escalator steps are approaching. Hold the handrails and
Now,
forward at all times.
the VIP tour does not include photos. I found out. Now there's Serenity. Warner Brothers just over there. Fast and Furious, Hollywood Drift. And then the like third or fourth set of escalators. Okay, my microphone stopped working. We're in Springfield. We're gonna go eat what I believe is a buffet lunch. Bumblebee Man's Tacos. I fully intend on eating there later. While in LA, I really want to enjoy some tacos. It's funny, there's a tapped out sign there because it's being shut down. Moulin Rouge for lunch. No Satin or Zidler, unfortunately. Different movie studio, I believe.
they both say no dieting. We're gonna give you guys about an hour.
Allons-y. Get to meet Doc Brown.
Party of three.
Party of three, you guys can follow right this way.
Join us, yeah. I love that.
That way you pick it up. You guys need to start yourself away. I'm gonna give you guys a table right here, okay?
Alright, so time for food. I grabbed round one of what's probably three and a Diet Coke. And Doc Brown's here. And do a walk around. And I'll check in a little later. Even Lucy's here.
Is that a little TV?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm on TV! Hello! Hi, Hollywood! Well, this is exciting. Are you okay? We're on TV.
Some more Fast and Furious Supercharge from the view of the Moulin Rouge. Alright, time for more rides. Hello, Manasan! It is girl! No girls! Stick with me. Secret Life of Pets, where we're heading.
Boys, hey, you in the back. No chewing the furniture. See, this kind of thing will get you down.
Then you exit through the gift shop. Meet and greet happening down there too. Shaggy, Scooby and Velma. Dracula over there. That's the extended queue. Liquid bit. The lights here are cool, they're like little bombs.
What was that? Alright, here's what you can expect life to be like once you're a ninja. I must warn you, it's not always this easy. You'll spend a lot of time in the lab doing dangerous science. Alright, future minions, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed my
Hi, Justin from the future here. So, I didn't film this next coming up part, but in the pre-ride section for this ride, they point a light at a certain section of the audience and say that they haven't showered since whenever. It's funny because those guys that they point at, they're French. That was very lackluster.
You just got back from lunch at what, 1:40?
Yeah, about half hour ago.
Not even an hour yet. Did I tell you to wait an hour before swimming after you?
Wait an hour before Simpsons.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Or Harry Potter. Let's see that.
There's a dinosaur show of some sort going on. Alright, we are now bound for Kung Fu Panda.
You guys all done?
So the queue for the Kung Fu Panda adventure is backing onto Hogsmeade. There's numerous awards, a couple of statues.
It's showtime! Lights! That could have got better. All right, boys, places. Let's put on a show. Hey, where's my Macchiato? Hey, everybody, get ready for the Donkey and Shrek show.
You mean the Shrek and Donkey show?
You're both wrong. It's the Mighty Madagascar show.
Oh, come on. I know you all are here to see me, right?
If you folks came to see anybody, you came to see me.
But I'm the cutest. I'm the sweetest.
I hate to break it to you, but we're doing a Kung Fu Panda show.
Say what?
Says everybody here, right? Especially these guys in front and maybe that family over there. They're obviously Kung Fu fans.
It is with great pleasure offering Fire King. Really? I will defeat you in the spirit battle! Heads up, Kang. You're outnumbered 3-1. Not for long! Give me that bottle! The Dragon Warrior!
I'm sorry. I lost your special delivery.
That was a decent little show, much better than Despicable Me. We're going to head over to Harry Potter now. So I just went to the toilets in Hogsmeade, and not only did they fully theme them, there's the voice of Moaning Myrtle, which is fantastic. All the owls in the rafters.
Oh my goodness.
Time for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Hippogriff is first. Hagrid's hut in the distance there. And he's by. So I believe Fly the Hippogriff is the same thing as Roadrunner at Movie World. Oh yeah, it is. It's the same thing as Roadrunner. Time for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Just came off Fly the Hippogriff. That's actually a lot better than Roadrunner back home. A lot more intense, a lot more smoother, and no whiplash, which is fantastic. Only goes 0.6 for this. Starfares. Hogwarts Quest.
The choice we make decides us. When in doubt, follow your heart. It will, in my experience, rarely lead you wrong.
Who are you people? Am I supposed to let you all live? I'm without a password now.
That was pretty good. The Whomping Willow animatronics, definitely a favourite. Just a brand, I guess. I can't. Time for a shortcut to Simpsons.
So everybody, the Simpsons rock.
Smells like popcorn. That's great.
Who won the 1942 World Series?
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Why is it sky blue?
The molecules in the air scatter blue light from the sun.
Why are you so lame?
I was a very sickly boy and I never developed social skills.
Am I supposed to feel sorry for you?
Yes, yes you are.
See that my concession stand? I use only the freshest ingredients. I got those leftover snacks from the county fair you ordered. Half-eaten nachos, flat soda that's been left in the sun, and slices of pizza with footprints on them. That is disgusting. Sorry. No, leave them here so I can properly dispose of them. I'm sure you will.
He's even got a screen right there so you can understand what he's saying.
This contains every medication.
Alright, welcome in guys, welcome wait, welcome in.
Just come out of the Simpsons ride. The screen on that is really well done. Now, there's 40 minutes until the last showing of Waterworld for the day. And he's going to show us where we are for that, and then big goodbye, and it's free exploration until 6.
Donuts cafe? Got a bag full of donuts?
Is that what's happening? Oh, there's good stuff right there. No wonder they're all following you. Look at everybody following you here because of the bag of donuts.
You all that and a bag of donuts.
Look at that. That's...
Hello, Kitty. Let's go watch Waterworld.
Tiger Woods. Hey, who's got that golf ball? Hold that thing up nice and high. Gentleman has got my golf ball. No, it's okay. We might actually need these people. Magnus. My plane. Carol. This man is a 15-time world record holder in arm lifting. Ben Gilbert! From the hot water, Ryan Cole! From SEAL Team, Jason Sweat! From Hawaii 5-0, Cy Marisol! From Milwaukee, Ben Ferris Green! They're that amazing 45-foot fire dive from the TV show Glee, Conrad Pratt! Right now the boat here to our heroes from Ford versus Ferrari, Emma Byers. And from Disney's Gamer's Guide to Everything, Spencer Rathgap. From 911, my name is Greg Dahl. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of your day in Universal Studios Hollywood.
Alright, so that's that for my day on the VIP tour. I've just finished watching Waterworld, so that's the end of the guided part. So it's now 4:30. I have an hour and a half until the rides close. This thing's going to get me to the front of them. It's quiet time of year anyway, so everything's going to basically be a walk-on. So if you just need to see the VIP part of the tour, cool. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to touch the native grass. If you're wanting to see what I do the rest of the day, keep watching. Alright, so the Scooby gang just walked past. I asked the guy, they're coming back out at 5. I brought my shirt because I knew they'd be here so that I can get that photo. So oh look, it's Shrek and Fiona. Anyway, I'm going to jump back into Hogwarts, ride that again, see if I can get a middle seat because it's a dome screen situation as well as live props. So that'll put me more in a sweet spot of it, and then I'll see what time it is. Might grab food from Springfield, might not, might just film some stuff on the Fast and Furious ride so I can try and milk those guys for views. And yeah, then after that, gonna jump down to the lower lot, try to tackle Mummy, and maybe Transformers again without my glasses, because there's a trade-off with 3D glasses and real glasses. And then just knock out Mario for the rest of the day probably. Park closes at 6. Shops stay open a little longer, so I'm going to use that time to probably do some shopping. Unless I can find my specific wand from Pottermore while I'm up here, then I might knock that out too. I made it stop. These things are really well weighted. let's go meet the scuba gang. I've missed out on Bumblebee and tacos, but still gonna head down, knock out Mummy and Transformers, then just Mario Kart, and try and hit as much as I can down there and just milk those coins. Now most of these are eateries and there's only one ride.
Now, you know I can't sell you no beer till 2 p.m. on account of Sunday.
It's so good, what a money come.
The view from up here is amazing. Back lot as well as Fast and Furious. Has a non-inverting loop over there. Just before I jump on the ride, here is the Jurassic World Splashdown. It's currently closed for refurb, but this is where it happens. Transformers down there, Army on the right. The Jurassic Outfitters gift shop. Alright, I just knocked out those two rides. Park closes in 7 minutes. It is 5:53. I am going to jump on Mario now. Got some coins right there. So see you on the other side. One thing I do want to point out though before I go that I really appreciate, this is a glasses-free 3D screen. This is 3D to me. This is exactly what they use for the Nintendo 3DS. That is fantastic. This place looks amazing at night. Like, words don't do it justice. It's like the Star Wars area. Man, look at this. Here's Fast and Furious. Inside the building at night, so you have a bit of a better there's a meat bag in there too. Okay, I'm back on the Osmo. You might not be able to hear me because of the thing going and the fact that I don't have my lapel mic turned on. But I just bought some Simpsons crap that I've been eyeing off, including a bought name tag. It's not a number plate, but it'll do. So they're closing early tonight and setting up for a different event, clearly. So I'm gonna grab one or two last things that I may or may not be able to get while in the park, and then bugger off. Mystery Machine. Alright, I grabbed the tram popcorn bucket, which I was eyeing off. Might also quickly jump through here, and then that's it for Universal Studios. Look up there, you see Gru's logo on a building that almost looks like the Guggenheim Museum. We have a heap of Creature from Black Lagoon stuff in the studio store. Oh, it's a back scratcher. Love that. I want it. City Walk. I bought donuts. Let's go check out the Epic Universe store. So this park is opening, I think it's May 4 or 8 or something along those lines. It's early May. It is in Florida on the other side of the country, and I hope to be there next year. Here is the land that they're going to have